Wives, are you doing marriage in the vertical position? This is a book review on Vertical Marriage by Dave and Ann Wilson with John Driver. And the subtitle is The One Secret That Will Change Your Marriage. What is the one secret that will change your marriage? Well, let's talk a little bit about this book. This book is written by Pastor Dave and Ann Wilson. He is a pastor, and here's the irony. You don't often see a lot of pastors openly talking about sex, especially with their wives. But I'm telling you, in this book, they talk candidly about sex, marriage, communication, the mistakes they made, and how they were able to put God first. Vertical marriage is basically you putting God at the center of your marriage. Your marriage starts with God. And here's the thing. This book is written from both a male and a female perspective. So you'll see his side of the story and her side of the story when it comes to marriage. Now, they talk about the world of unrealistic expectations. Have you ever had unrealistic expectations in your marriage? They talk about them, hers as well as his. They talk about, how those unrealistic expectations can set you up, set your marriage up for failure. And they also talk about how you can get your happiness. Your happiness does not come from your spouse. You know that, right? You can't, because if you try to get your spouse to make you happy, what happens when he's not happy? Just a question. And, what happens when you as a wife feel unloved? Does your husband see you as needy, or does he see your need to feel loved? And how do you communicate with your husband? They talk about communication, how they communicate, how we communicate, and then how we can make this thing work. I know as a wife coach, one of the biggest problems that many of my clients have is communication. Because here's the thing. If you got communication, you got it made. If you know how to communicate your heart to your husband where he feels safe, and he can respond in the way you want him to respond, then you can talk about anything. But if you don't have that communication, it's kind of mismatched. So you're saying one thing, he's taking it another way, and vice versa. And when that happens, you have conflict that can turn into strife, and it just gets worse from there when you don't know how to communicate. Well, they share some tips on communication. And then talk about a time when her husband had a neck problem. What is Dave's neck problem? Well, let me tell you, it's likely that your husband might be dealing with that neck problem, and it is affecting your marriage in a horrible way. But here's the thing. They talk also about how to overcome your past, overcome temptation, but ultimately they tell you how to get victory in marriage. So I want to encourage you to pick up a copy of Vertical Marriage. There is a link right under this video to purchase it on Amazon. I think you should get this book. This book has helped me in my marriage. It's helped me to see my husband in a better light. I've been married for 22 years, but you know what? You can always grow in marriage, and I learned a lot from this couple. Vertical Marriage by Dave and Ann Wilson. Get your copy today. Go ahead and click that link right under the video. Bless you.